振り返ることなんてできない One way road どうぞ Keep on rolling もっと遠くへ気を抜けば命はないのさ封じ込めれっとそう Keep on burning so 熱く燃やして嵐のように全てを蹴散らせフルスロットでフルスピードで No way 目に見えない何かに怯えグリップ効かないコーナーじゃ迷いは禁物だぜ覚悟かう量まだ誰も見たことない味だねお前すれ風になるのさのぞきフォローリモート遠くへ気を抜けば命はないのさぶち込めれっとゾーンキープオンラーニングそう生きてる限り儚くても輝いていたいフルスピードで行くぜクリアマイン走れ振り返ることなんてできない One way road のぞきボンローリモート遠くへ気を抜けば命はないのさぶち込めれっとゾーン Keep on running so 熱く燃やして嵐のように全てを蹴散らせフルスロットでフルスピードで
Okay, so you stay to the end of the video. I'll be going through the deck list because a lot of you got quite curious with the addition of Sharon because I was testing it, and this is a much larger sample of what to expect when you're implementing this particular card, this amount of trails in the deck alongside this amount of illuminations. Because you want to mill cards that facilitate your plays, right? And in the replay video with the on Dueling Book, I was playing Kobolds, I was playing Dotscaper, Plague Spreader. But I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. I think this is enough. I think this is sufficient enough. Just play off of the Stardust cards. Make it a little bit more consistent and lower the ceiling a little bit. Getting to the point intended, right? Get to a speeder as consistently as possible while giving you enough extension with these guys. What I started noticing is that discard either or, summon this, go overtake, summon this, go speeder there. You haven't done anything yet. You tribute a special Yugioh pop. You haven't even normal summoned yet. And you just have your junk summon? Like, that's just really cool. I really like that about this. It being a level 4 makes it to where you don't have to do this as your Yugioh play. Because normally what happens is, speeder, once the speeder resolves, you need to tribute a junk or a jet to then bring these guys 2 out, and then you make this and the junk into the Yugioh. You just make Yugioh with this. In the AO package, I tried it for that replay, but then I instantly just gravitated towards this because a lot of you started mentioning it. Oh, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? Just really test it. And I spent the whole day yesterday just grinding, and I was like, this is actually going better than I expected. After you've hindered them with Crow, Veiler, Droll, Droll is like a hit or miss sometimes. Like it can be impactful. But then there's times where it's like, okay, it doesn't really do anything, but it's nonetheless, it's a level 1 that you can revive. You could play other hand traps. And I wanted to try Nibiru, because sometimes you don't really want to be normal summoning things other than Doppel, Junk Converter, if not be these two, right? Because sometimes you have to summon this to get your illumination, to then send and try to trigger Doppel that way, or just summon this guy for the matter. Of course, you can hide this thing by implementing the Kobolds back in, Plague Spreader. But I felt like, okay, let's just cut back a little bit. And let's make it a little bit more consistent. A lot of the replay, you saw that there was a lot of card variations that were quite similar, right? Almost the exact same hand almost every single time. And this is basically what you want to do, where be consistent, right? Be consistent enough to fulfill what you intend to do. And that's what this was doing. And I was like, well, it's not bad, because like you still play hand traps. Past, some of us did play it, but I was more so leaning towards the board breakers. But I want to get another sample size where I play Nibiru and see what happens when I just start implementing Nibiru in this build. Because you just trip Nibiru, special, search, right? Go for the Yugioh play after you've like just nuked your board. And I was initially playing Trishula, but I ended up cutting because I started noticing that this guy comes up quite often. Having this paired up with like this and this is insane. Same thing with the Heralds, and it's just another interaction, which is what I really liked. But yeah, like so far I'm liking this. This was influenced by the Arriving Light package because you wanted to open this. You want to ensure that you always search Arriving Light, and then you were not missing this in case you needed to like tribute and summon, right? As a follow-up, you have like a guaranteed follow-up. And then what I noticed as well is that I was doing Omega quite often because you would draw into so many hand traps that 1 or 2 negates with 1 or 2 hand traps and an Omega Rip was sufficient enough. So then when it came back to your turn, assuming they broke your suboptimal board, but it was enough where you can come back. So what would happen was the Omega would come back. I would have a trail in Stardust Engrave, tribute the Omega, recycle whatever it is that I think I need to just finish the game. And I also noticed that I would not banish this guy. Within the sequence, you almost always search Junk Converted to get those extra bodies to fulfill your end board. And have this in the graveyard as much as possible. I'll revive it off Overtake. And then still have the option to make a Jet Warrior, which is what you saw in one of the replays. Where I bounced their Column Beyond, which is, I was like, oh my god, I thought I lost that one. But I was like, hang on. They're all different types. So I'll just go Trail, Jet, Bounce, then just kill them. It was insane. And one Caligo. I mean, there were those crucial moments where like you hard open the one of, and it helped because like they stopped the junk and you special Caligo. I was like, okay, well that's fine because I can continue, because you do not want to open up Caligos on these guys, you know. But then you could argue you want to open this and then we prompt a response with summon effect, bring back in these guys, they'll interact there, and then you just have Yugioh. Like, that's not longer there as consistently, but the times it is, you're kind of grateful for it. The side deck is very generic, whether you go first or second, right? Just go aggressively, and then the only going first cards you put is this, because you only scared of mine Dark Ruler. And if you saw a lot of the times people were like super pulling me, and that's kind of like the thing where it's like it's a bit troublesome, because this and Herald is like, oh my god, like, and then this and this. We lose to Super Poly is so hard, but this is what the Hindred Fire are meant to be. They break your board, okay, then you hinder them enough with this. You have the Omega coming back, and then do what I mentioned before, when you recycle some stuff and finish off the game that way. But yeah, more testing to be done. And so far I'm liking this. Go ahead and try it out and mess around with the ratios. But I feel like maybe 2 and 2 could be okay. But I haven't found any issue with just maxing them out, because you want to mill good things off of this, right? You want to start off strong, and opening hand is so crucial for this deck. Yeah, but anyways, hopefully enjoy the video. Like, subscribe if you have it, and thanks for watching.